good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I am back. I'm so happy to be here. So this video is a redo because the last video I did was actually a part 1 and part 2 when I was cooking. I just put the part 1 up. I was about to do the part 2, upload that, but you guys have said a lot about the generator noise in the background. I apologize for that. It's just that when the generator is on, it's pretty loud. So it's always going to be in the background. And if you want to limit me to just doing videos when LEC is on, I may not be able to do a whole lot of videos. But today, LEC is actually on right now. So you won't be able to hear any background noise. And that's why I'm making use of this time. But today in this video, I want us to talk about data usage in Liberia. So there are a couple of things we're going to talk about. When you're working from home, what does that look like as it relates to data? So the speed and performance, the reliability, and then the cost. So we're going to talk about that. And that was kind of what was in that video that I was going to post. But I'm redoing that. And maybe I may summarize a little bit about for those who really found it difficult to understand or hear the video about the current electricity. I may have to redo that one or just maybe do like a overview in this one, but I really don't want to make the videos long, so I want to keep them short. But we'll see what we get through right now. So let's get right into it, I guess. As it relates to internet reliability in Liberia, Liberia has good internet. Like I said in my first video when I was here in December, I didn't encounter any issues. It was pretty stable. Like I didn't get any glitches with my calls, and I do a lot of meetings. Google Meet meetings I have with like huge groups. So larger meetings, video has to be on because it's required for my company. And most times I'm leading those meetings. I'm sharing my screen. So it's very important to me to not be kicked out of meetings or not have people hearing what I'm saying, or not being able to hear what other people are saying. So when I was here in December, it was really, like it worked really well. And at the time we only had the orange internet. So, and I'll tell you about the cost and stuff once we get to talking about the cost. So the orange internet at the time, and now that we're here, there has been, I think, for a whole week. So it doesn't always happen. For, I would say, about a week now, that orange internet has been dropping a lot. It's been pretty unstable. And I was told by some people that there are times when that happens. It's not frequent, but every year Orange has a certain time where it's not as great as it should be. So it has been really difficult for us it was really difficult because we came up with a plan B, but it was difficult to do meetings with how bad the internet was. And what actually happened on Friday was like I was leading a really big meeting with like my bosses all in there, and I was the one presenting. And of course, the internet started acting up, kicked me out of the meeting, and I had to like fight my way. Even to log back on, it was taking forever to get me back on the meeting. And of course, people would be wondering, like, yeah, we're waiting on her. So then when I joined in, it's like I have to catch up with where we left off because other people were talking now, the things that I missed. So it was so embarrassing. I was like sweating in my pants. But then we came up with a solution to that. So, but overall, the internet had been stable. We just don't understand why this week it really gave us a lot of hard time. And even for my husband's meetings, he struggled too with it. We then got another internet device with MTN as a backup. So reliability, and this happens everywhere, right? Even in Ghana, we struggle with, there are times where internet goes. There are times where we've been a week or so without internet in Ghana. Not even like it's glitching, it's just gone, like out. So I think the most we've gone in Ghana without internet would be, we had one time 2 weeks, and there's another time where we went about a month without our regular plan internet because of some cable issues. So you always have to have backup. So that's not just unique to Liberia. You need backup. And I feel like when we first got here, because Orange internet was so good, we kind of got a little comfortable and didn't get the backup in place in time. So we struggled that week. We should have done that. We should have known better, because we've been doing this for a while. So we got the MTN. We got the MTN backup, and I'll tell you a little bit about that cost as well. And that has been working well with our meetings. So currently we have 2 internet in our home, the Orange one and the MTN one. There's a third, I think there are several other internet providers. There's Libtelco that does the broadband, like actual cable line and stuff. I used that once on one of my visits to Liberia. It wasn't as reliable for me at the time. Maybe it's just the neighborhood. But I met up with Joy from Journey with Joy. She says she uses Libtelco and it works excellently for her. And she also works from home. So if you're interested in learning about that internet provider, I'm sure she has contents on her channel. You can go there and watch that. But for now, it is MTN and Orange Cellcom company internet that we have here. And I'm gonna link a quick video just to show you guys what the device look like. Now, one thing I like about the Orange device is that it's small and portable. You can travel with it in your bag. So even you may not even need extra data for your phone. You can take it along with you when you're going out and just come back with it. It's the same data you're tapping into. The second thing I like about that device is it can actually charge and work wirelessly. So you can charge it, and the most I've used it without being connected to a power source is maybe 4.5 hours to 5 hours. And it stays on, which is great for remote working in Africa. The downside to those devices that need to be plugged in at all times is that when electricity goes, the internet turns off because it's connected to an electric source. So it turns off right away and you get disconnected from your meetings if you're in a meeting. So, and in Ghana, that's how it is. So in Ghana, what we did to prevent that, we purchased a device called UPS. It's like a power bank for bigger, for larger devices or appliances, etc., whatever you want to put on it. And it stores power when you have electricity. You can charge it. It stores power. And then when current goes, it has that power. So your things remain running for a little bit before it can go off. So we connected our internet into that UPS device. And when electricity would go, we remain on our calls with internet service before it turns off. And I think the UPS can take you for up to like 4 hours as well. So the Orange device, you don't need that middleman device anymore, because once it is charged, it actually just serves as a wireless router, and it can actually take you for up to 4 or 5 hours. So excellent. The MTN one that we have, plugs into the wall. It has a little battery bank that's separate from the device, so you charge that and connect it to the device. So I think it's still operating the same capacity, which means you could charge the battery, and once that battery is charged, you could travel along with it without it being in a power source, which is great. I love that. So device wise, that's what it is. MTN has been pretty stable. Now, if you're gonna do streaming and stuff, you need a lot more internet gigabytes or whatever capacity to be able to do all of the things we're used to doing abroad on your internet source. So now we've talked about the reliability of the internet. That shouldn't be something you should worry about. There's always another option, and it works great most of the time. There are times it wouldn't, and then you come up with a plan B. And then always have a backup plan, because regardless of where you are, you're going to run into issues. Have a backup plan and be able to have something that is mobile that you can take along with you if you need to get out and do stuff and you have a quick meeting you need to jump on. So we have all those in place now. Now let's go to the packages of the different internet source providers and how reliable those ones are, or efficient those ones are as well. So starting with and I'll start with Orange, which is the one we started with first when we came. So Orange device is not as expensive. When you first come to get the device and the internet, I think I paid about $90. So the data package is $59. That's the largest they have. They refer to that package as unlimited, even though it's not unlimited. It's just because it has a lot more. It has enough data for the average person in Liberia that don't do all the extra stuff that we do. So it gives you 125 gigs of data for $59. Now, if you need more, you can top up multiple times, but for a lot of people, that's just enough for them. And then the device itself is $30-something, and it's pretty straightforward. You go there and you buy the package, the device, and you tell them the package you want, and they put it together, connect it, give it to you, and you're on your way. So for the Orange $59 package, 125 gig, we've tracked it, and it should be able to go about a week, or it has been going about a week for us. So that's $59 a week times 4 would give you what that monthly budget looks like if you're just doing Orange. So it would be a little over $200. Now, because it had been not so stable and you need a backup, it's like you still have to continue that Orange package of $59 per week, in addition to another internet source as backup. Now, so we went to get the MTN one. The MTN device up front, the one-time device, is about $80 to like $79 or so, about $80. And then they have different packages when it comes to the actual data purchase compared to Orange. They have a lot more that they can offer, and it's a whole long list of them. But we decided to get one of the smallest package so we can study how much we're using in addition to our Orange package. So, and we had just top up our Orange package. So I really didn't want us to spend a whole lot of money with something else that we have not tested to see how reliable it was. So we did the $49 package. That package gives you 110 gigs. We got that on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. And Rich checked it and he said we're halfway through already. So, meaning 3 days, we've used up half of that data, 110 gigs. So for a week, and we pay $49 for that. So for a week, we could easily be doubling that amount, which then would be 49, 49, 80, 90, 90 something, close to $100 per week. Times 4 would tell you what that package, that MTN package is. So that's an expensive option, even at the smallest level. Now there are a couple other packages that I'm gonna go through. So, and MTN has like smaller packages even before you get to the $49.99 package. One of that is the $29.99 package that gives you 50 gig for $29. I mean, it could be for people who don't have to do videos, or the $49 might work well for people who don't have to do videos. You're just working online. So that may work for other people. And then they have $69 package that goes for 200 gig. We could also test that, because 200 is a lot more than 110. And then they have $99 a month package. So these are monthly packages, but because we use it so often, we're actually topping up weekly instead of using it for the entire month. Then they have a $99 a month package that gives you 350 gig, which is a pretty good package as well. We haven't tried it yet. And then they have a $179 package a month that gives you 1 terabyte. And terabyte internet is a lot of internet. In fact, in Ghana, our package is 1 terabyte, and it takes us through the month. But we pay about $140 for that. So we can easily test that out. It's a little bit more expensive here, but we can see if it's more reliable too. But I'm just happy that they have a terabyte option, like they have options. And then there's the last one, which is $479 package that gives you unlimited. And maybe when you have like a big business or office, you're running a big office, maybe that might be a good package for you, but I don't think we need that. So the 179 package, which is 1 terabyte, might actually work for us. And that's a monthly package, and that could take us through the month. However, because we still need backup, we would still maintain our orange package. Maybe we'll just leave that at the $59.99, and that's like the tops you can go. And because we have the 1 terabyte, we may not use the orange a whole lot. So instead of topping up weekly, we may have that for a lot longer. So we're testing the different options, and we'll let you know what is the cheapest option for us. So let's say, for example, we decide to do the $59.99 a week orange, and then the $69 MTN. That would be $128 a week between the two of them, $256 every 2 weeks. So for a month, that would be about $500 for a month between the two networks, which is expensive. So I don't think that's the best package for us. We may end up so we could do the 179 Lone Star or MTN 1 terabyte, and then do a backup $59, and that will be $238 a month, which is good. And even if we add another $59 to that, it would just be about $250, $260, which is not bad. We can do that monthly. So we will test that package and see what that looks like. So those are the different costs for internet, the ones that we've used. The Telco one has a monthly cost as well. And depending on the area that you're in, you could have better, stronger signal compared to other areas. So make sure you do some assessment and ask questions before you get into the different packages. So that's the information that I have internet wise. If I run into any issues that lead us to getting a backup to a backup, I will let you know so that you can plan accordingly for those. But if you have any questions, leave that in the comment section and we can have a discussion about that. Because I have LEC and I have not started work yet, I might do a couple more videos. So you'll see the same scene setting for different topics that I've been planning to talk to you about. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here and you've come this long in the video, you definitely have an interest in relocating to Liberia. We just did. We transitioned through Ghana and we are transitioning to Liberia now. So follow my journey. One thing you would know, or people would tell you about me, I keep it real. I don't sugarcoat. I tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, everything on here. And you learn from our experiences. So thank you, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.